married to a drug dealer. The day that he reported to prison was a beautiful day. I don't remember a lot about the day except that it was a pretty day, and I drove him to the federal penitentiary to report, knowing that he was going in there for a long time. That was our last day, and it was a good day. There wasn't abuse in the house, but when he reported, we had to stop the car, and he had to walk up to the guard shack to report. And as he was walking up, all of a sudden he remembered that he had drugs in his shirt pocket. That's how addicted to drugs he was. He was going to walk right into the prison with drugs on his possession. But he remembered it, and he took off his outer shirt because it was an overshirt. He took that off. He brought it back to the car before he made it to the guard shack, and he put it in my car. So there I was, transporting drugs. Oh, I had nothing to do with the drugs. I didn't want the drugs. I didn't want any part of it. And I knew I was going to get rid of it as soon as I got out of there. And I did. I got rid of it. I can't tell you what I did with it because I don't really remember. I'm be honest with you, I don't really remember. I'm sure I definitely got rid of it. I didn't want any part of drugs. Throughout my grown-up years, as I was a child, my mother always used a certain word on me. I didn't understand the word. She always called me the rebellious one. Rebellious. That was my name growing up. There was 4 of us siblings, excuse me, and I was one that was called rebellious, and I did not realize what that meant. But now I look at the Old Testament, the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 23. For rebellion is as of sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness as iniquity and idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, who also has rejected you from being king. Rebellion, stubborn, those were my names. To be honest with you, they could still be my names. I'm stubborn. I'm rebellious. Although through the years, the Lord has worked on me. I always stayed in a lot of trouble in school because I was rebellious, because I was stubborn. I wanted things my way, not somebody else's way. And rebellion is as witchcraft. Today in our society, we think of witchcraft as casting spells and a black hat. Excuse me. No, there's witches all around us. They may not wear the long black dress and the pointed black hat, but there's witches all around us. And if the truth be told, I was one. Oh, I didn't belong to any particular coven. I didn't practice witchcraft with a group of people. I didn't wear a black hat and a long robe, and I didn't have a book of spells. I didn't do any of those things that I think is witchcraft. But I practiced witchcraft. When I was a teenager, I started following after John Travolta and Scientology. Witchcraft. I started reading about how to astral project. Witchcraft. I tried it. I practiced it. It seemed to work, and it scared me so bad, I stopped. And then I tried it again, and it seemed to work, and again, it terrified me so bad, I stopped. And I gave that up. But throughout my life, there's been witchcraft in my life. Rebellion, stubbornness, astral projection, New Age theology. Can't say that word, sorry. New Age. Horoscopes. I tried all these things. I was stubborn. I wanted my way. I wanted to be spiritual. There was a hole in my heart that needed to be filled. And I didn't know that only God should fill that hole. The Bible, the Old Testament, it talks on and on about witchcraft and the different versions of witchcraft and how we need to stay away from those things. But yet, even as a child of the Most High God, I was trying to practice those things. When I was growing up, I had a mother who was Christian, and I would go to her and I would explain New Age to her and astral projection to her, and she would warn me. She would show me in God's Word those things were wrong. When my ex-husband went to prison, you would think that that was the end of that and I could move on with life. It didn't happen so quickly. I actually visited him in prison, right where I didn't belong. God was separating us for a reason. I'm going to tell you the rest of that story. But for today, be careful of your rebelliousness. Be careful of your stubbornness. God calls those things witchcraft.